Stephen Curry. 17 of 30. 36 minutes, 15 seconds. Same as LeBron. I guess were on the floor together. But 17 of 30. 16 of 27 on threes. Welcome to episode 43 of Everything Sports with Aman and Evan. I'm your host, Aman Carney, and Evan will be out for today's episode, but podcast must go on. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about racial discrimination in sports, and then end off the episode reacting to an amazing All-Star weekend, more specifically an amazing NBA All-Star game. But before we start, remember that we upload at the start of the week on Monday and at the end of the week on Friday. So let's get into it. Racial discrimination in sports. More specifically, the NFL and Olympics. We had Sha'Carri Richardson taking, I believe, marijuana, which isn't a performance enhancing drug. And she still got punished and wasn't allowed to compete in the Olympics. But then Russian skater Kamila Valieva, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, was allowed to participate in the Winter Olympics despite testing positive. Sha'Carri Richardson's a black, track runner per se. Russian skater Kamila Valieva is not black, she's white, and this happens. I don't know what it takes for black people to have the same opportunities as many others do. Not just in sports, in general. You see it everywhere in society. You see it in the news every single day. But despite the efforts people are taking, nothing is happening. I'm not saying it's not effective. We just want equality for everyone. This country, specifically America, equality for all. And that's their saying, that's their values. But then we don't see that happening. We don't see those values happening. Instead, for the equality for all, black people are getting really suppressed in society. And how do we change that? Everyone is finally coming together to fight for this one cause. And each time we're making some form of progress, something happens to derail it. And this is just another example. If marijuana wasn't a performance enhancing drug, why was she banned from participating in the Olympics? You're taking away once in a lifetime opportunity for her. And if she was using it to cope with losing her mother, and it honestly would never have had an impact on how she performs, I don't know if she deserved to get banned. Even though it was against Olympic rules, I understand that. But then when this Russian skater, who's not black at all, tests positive for a drug, she still gets to participate? What is going on here, guys? Seriously, help me understand. Because is society missing something? Is something not going right? Why does this Russian skater get to participate in the Olympics? Who's in charge of this? Who's in charge of the Olympics committee or whoever oversees everything in the summer and winter Olympics? Who's in charge of that? Because the Kamila Vailava person, the Russian skater, still allowed to participate, and if she medals, there's no medal ceremony. How is that fair to the other people who test negative for these drugs, medal, and there's no medal ceremony? How is that fair to those other people if this Russian skater actually medaled? Even if she didn't medal, and she's still getting the experience of a lifetime. Being an Olympian, I feel like you're getting an amazing experience along with competing. And Sha'Carri Richardson got that opportunity and experience taken away from her simply because she was black. That's the only reason why. Because if Kamila Vailava gets the chance to participate in the Olympics, you're giving her an experience, you're giving her an opportunity despite testing positive for drugs. The Russian Olympic Committee has had so many issues historically with drugs. Should you suspend them from participating in Olympics? Should you suspend the Olympian that tests positive? And then one person, you in the United States, Sha'Carri Richardson, a track racer, does not take a performance enhancing drug. I know I've been saying the same thing, but does not take a performance enhancing drug and gets banned from participating in the Olympics. I don't understand how that's fair. And if everything is a business nowadays, which is what it's looking like, because, man, the business always overpowers, always overpowers the values that people stand for some reason. And I don't know why. For some reason. If it's business, then whoever oversees the Olympics, it's gonna rub athletes the wrong way. And Brian Flores now in the NFL gets hired by the Steelers on the coaching staff. Mike Tomlin is a class act. Their GM is a class act. And Brian Flores suing NFL teams, like, if the Miami Dolphins story is true, I simply can't respect the NFL anymore. I'm still going to be an NFL fan, but no one is going to forget that moment we heard of the story. No one's going to forget what happens to this Miami Dolphins owner. If it comes to be true. If it definitely comes to be true. It's just so saddening, unfortunate. I don't know what to say because so many strides are being taken to elevate the power black people have, and nothing is getting done. So many people are doing so many things, so many right things. And for some reason, everywhere we look, there's just the wrong person in charge. The New York Giants, I don't know if it's still true. They have never hired a black person in the coaching staff position or GM in their organization's history. Again, wrong person in charge. I hope it's not the values these players and teams stand for in the NFL, but it's definitely saddening. And I hope Brian Flores gets what he deserves. And that's justice for him, for other coaches that gotten paid to lose. But we want equality, not just for the coaches, not just for players, not just for Sha'Carri Richardson, for everyone. Everyone deserves an equal chance. Simply put it that way. Everyone deserves an equal chance. No matter your color, no matter your race. Everyone deserves an equal chance. And For the people that ask why, everyone is human. No matter how you look like, your physical attributes, no matter how you look like. Even the Kamila Vailalova person, I'm sure she's a great Olympian and everything like that. You shouldn't have taken the drugs. You made a mistake. And from the looks of it, you're still being allowed to compete. You got a second chance. You got lucky. But you made that mistake because guess what? You're human. I don't support what she did, but everyone's human. She should not have competed in the Olympics at all. Shakiri Richardson and Camila Valieva person got to compete. Shakiri Richardson should have. Equality for all. Equality for black men and women. People of all color. Asians, everyone, even whites, everyone. Equality for all. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity, not just in sports, in life. Everyone deserves the same level of equality. Everyone deserves the same options and opportunities available to people. Everyone. No one should get an advantage. Absolutely no one. No one should get an advantage. Period. That's my take on it. It might be controversial for some, but it is what it is because I may say wrong things that I don't realize, but I'm human. Everyone's human. We all deserve to get equal opportunity. Simply put it that way. But with that, honestly, unfortunately, so unfortunate we even talked about this, but definitely needed to be addressed. And now the remaining time of this episode, it's just going to be all NBA All-Star Weekend. I will wait till Evan is back to talk about the Juwan Howard situation because I don't think he's suspended or fired yet. But that'll be another topic for another day, most likely this Friday. But man, oh man, it's crazy. Oh, 7 minutes ago, Michigan basketball coach Juwan Howard suspended the rest of the regular season. I don't think him being fired is fair, so hopefully he's just suspended. That's just my little thoughts on it, guys. But, 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 NBA All Star Weekend happened, and I mean, there were definitely ups and downs. Definitely up and down. It was like, it was just very boring Saturday, I must say. The NBA All Star game was or NBA Celebrity Game was the NBA Celebrity Game, but wow, how man. Let's start off. Yeah, Celebrity Game. I thought Miles Garrett was gonna win MVP, but somehow, some way, Team Walton. I believe it was Team Walton. Absolutely destroyed Dominique, I believe. So, man, Miles Garrett did get a vicious dunk, but I mean, it was entertaining to some extent. And then we get to Saturday night, and we started with the skills challenge. It was honestly a pretty confusing format. Pretty confusing format. It might increase the competitiveness in these skill challenges, but wow, man. Wow. Wow. And then after the skills challenge, I believe that the 3-point contest I'm pretty sure I mentioned Carl Anthony Towns as a sleeper pick in the last episode. I'm just saying. Big man winning the 3-point contest with guys like Trey Young and other shooters boosts Carl Anthony Towns' value if he wants to get traded out of that miserable situation. Although the Timberwolves have been playing decent, they still lack an identity, but uh yeah, boosts his value, boosts his confidence, really. And now with All-Star weekend over, we shift to the rest of the season. Wow, the Timberwolves are 31 and 28, 2.5 games behind the sixth spot. So they could actually dodge the play-in. Chris Paul out 6 to 8 weeks. The Warriors are 6.5 games behind them. I don't think the Suns will all of a sudden lose 7 games. They might. I mean, for the Warriors to be first, I think that they'd have to go on a streak. I mean, we'll see what happens with Draymond when he's returning. But I mean, the NBA dunk contest was, I will go as far as to say, the most boring dunk contest in NBA history. The most boring dunk contest in NBA history. This was always the highlight of Saturday night. But man, like JTA tried to do the Vince Carter dunk, didn't get enough hops. Jalen Green took forever, and Obi Toppin's last dunk, he hit it off the backboard, but if you see the replay, the ball is bouncing off the backboard, going into the rim, and then he just puts his hand over it. It wasn't really a dunk. It was just boring all around, and the 3-point contest might actually have to be the highlight of Saturday night. Wow. Like, I just keep saying wow because it was so boring. So, so boring. But that being said, there's not really much to say, man. I thought people did say it was going to be a bit boring, but I surely did not think it would be that boring. I feel like sleeping talking about it, just like how I felt like sleeping during the dunk contest. But anyways, then we get to Sunday night. Team LeBron versus Team Durant in this new format of the NBA All-Star Game. So this is the fifth season, I believe, because 2017, 2018, 2018, 2019, 19, 20, 2021, 2022. Yep. Fifth season of the NBA All-Star Game being in this new format, and the competitiveness has increased. And I like the adding 24 minutes, not 24 minutes, sorry, 24 points after the three quarters are up to honor Kobe. I guess 24 minutes is a little low. I thought they should add like 24 plus 8 for both of Kobe's numbers, but regardless, 24 points ahead or added to the winning team's total after the third quarter. It does increase the competitiveness because 24 might be low for an NBA All-Star game, but Team Durant, Team LeBron. Durant had it. Like Team Durant had it. It just goes to show you like Kevin Durant didn't play. Like he hasn't played the past 2 times. Yeah, he played the first 2 years of this new format, and then due to injury, missed the next three. He's simply doing too much for the Brooklyn Nets, which is why he's getting injured like this. Again, Kyrie has to be vaccinated to alleviate some pressure off Kevin Durant. At least some pressure. And I guess John Morant only played 17:33. So um some players want to rest and ensure they're healthy the the what's it called? For the rest of the season. I do get that. Like Jimmy Butler played 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Chris Paul playing only 2 minutes obviously makes sense with this hand injury or thumb injury, I'm pretty sure. But Darius Garland put on a show all weekend long, actually, including the skills challenge where he's just raining threes. But obviously, the NBA 75 ceremony, it was beautiful during halftime, which is why it made Sunday amazing. LeBron hitting the game winner in Cleveland to end the All Star game. But then Stephen Curry, 17 of 30, 36 minutes, 15 seconds, same as LeBron. I guess were on the floor together. But 17 of 30, 16 of 27 on threes, 50 points, two away from the All Star record from tying it set by Anthony Davis. But then, like, Curry was pulling up from so many spots around the court. He did miss about like 5 in a row, so he had chances to get that record. He definitely did. Yeah. So, man, amazing game. Amazing seeing Curry in his element in the zone, getting that newly designed Kobe Bryant All Star MVP trophy. It was just a great night. Stephen Curry was the best show on NBA All Star weekend. I wish he got the record, but regardless, what a game. What a show. What an evening. Like NBA 75, just honoring those players too. Like, honest All Star game, just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And with that, that will end the episode. Episode 43 of Everything Sports with Aman and Evan. Tune in on Monday for episode 44. Tune in on Friday for episode 44. Remember, we post at the start of the week on Mondays and at the end of the week on Fridays. Have a great week.